Taking a deep breath in. Think about expanding the rib cage, sitting very tall. Your exhale is long, like a big sigh, just nice and gentle. And as you do that, your abdominals are going to come in around and tighten, and like a corset. So deep breath. As you exhale, drop those shoulders. Start to pull them back towards the chair. On this inhale, we get nice and big. And on the exhale, you're going to find your belly button and pull it into your spine. Now we're going to go ahead and push all the way back into the chair. And go ahead and let your back touch the back of the chair. Take that belly button, push it in. Tailbone should go down a little bit. As we take a deep breath, we're just going to focus on taking the arms back so that the top of your shoulders touch the chair. So when we know we're in our right position, the palms automatically face forward. Now we know we've got the shoulder blades pinched. Take that deep breath. As you exhale, reach the fingertips to the floor. Try to get your shoulders away from your neck. As you continue to exhale, pull your belly button inward. Take a deep breath. Exhale and drop those fingers and let your head fall to one side. Think about stretching the opposite arm lower to the floor. Bringing it gently to the center. Take that deep breath. Exhale. Let the head drop to the other side. Take that opposite arm and try to reach those fingertips gently to the floor. Create that space between your ear and your shoulder. Continuing with that deep breath, a nice long exhale. We'll bring our head back to the center and very gently realign it over your neck. So push it back. Pinch the shoulder blades so you can feel how the base of your neck and your upper back meet to support each other. And each exhale, you still pull that belly button inward gently. With a deep breath, we're going to raise the arms to the front, right overhead. As we get here, we're going to focus on moving the arms back to where the ears are, even a little behind the head while keeping the feet flat on the floor. As we take a deep breath, we leave the arms in the air and just drop the shoulders just enough to pinch the little bit of the shoulder blades. So as we take that deep breath and we pinch the shoulder blades, the chest should raise a little bit. Now inhale, we're going to come down cactus style, which means the elbows come outward. We are going to push those arms back a little more. So we're going to really pinch those shoulder blades like we're wrapping the arms around the chair and continue downward until the elbows almost touch the chair, if not touch the chair. Something like that. So holding here, make sure that it's your shoulder blades folding backwards, not the wrists. Deep breath up. Reach as high as you can. Think of your body coming off the chair. Exhale, only pull the shoulder blades down a little bit, leave the arms up. Chest comes up, center that head back over your spine. Take a deep breath, and exhale again, going down slowly into the cactus to hold halfway. Take a deep breath. Exhale, push the elbows back behind you, open up that chest. Make sure your head is still aligned over your spine, not jutting forward. Then take a deep breath and let's bring those elbows, pinching the shoulder blades even more, sticking that chest out even more and trying to feel deeper into those back muscles. And then on our next exhale, we're going to drop the arms all the way down and find some part of the chair to gently hold onto. And as we do that, we're going to pull those shoulders back and feel our neck lengthen to the ceiling. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, we're going to turn the head to one side. So we're trying to keep that head over your spine. Keep those shoulders far away from your ears and just hold a gentle stretch. And then we'll bring that back to the center slowly. And we'll reset the posture for a second, pulling the shoulders back, lifting that chest, recentering the head, taking that deep breath and looking the other direction. Always thinking about pulling those shoulders away from the ears. Using that long exhale and coming back in slowly to the center. We're going to release the fingers. Just let them wiggle, relax them. We're going to bring them out to the front. We're going to pull them back as far as you can that's comfortable. And then we're going to just stretch them down and then pull them back. And stretch them down one more time. And this time we're going to bring them together and take them back over the head. Again, trying to get the arms back to your ears or behind your head. With a nice deep breath. Exhale, pull the belly button inward. Then inhale, we're going to tilt a little to one side. As we exhale, lift the arms and the body towards the ceiling while trying to keep your shoulders away from your ears. It's subtle. Come back to the center. Deep breath. Exhale, other side. Focus on the belly button coming in, lifting the body to the ceiling, and coming back to the center. From here, we're going to take one arm behind the head, keeping your head as straight as possible, and grabbing that elbow, working that arm back down your spine, sitting nice and tall. And as we inhale, we want to open up the chest. So we're thinking about pulling those shoulders back, pulling the shoulder blades a little bit together, lifting the chest slightly. Of course, with each exhale, you're pulling in the abdominals. And then we're going to release by straightening both arms, keeping our heads nice and tall. We're going to go the other side. So even though we want to duck the head to get the arm back there, we try not to. Take a deep breath. Again, trying to get that back behind the ear or as far back as you can that's comfortable. Deep breath. Exhale. Straighten that out. Good. We're going to move our shoulders away from the chair so that we're sitting nice and tall and really engage the belly button. And with that deep breath, we're going to hinge at the hips, keeping the arms by your ears. And just hinging at the hips. So your arms are reaching towards the corner of the room or right where the wall and ceiling meet. Inhale, we'll exhale up. One more time, take a deep breath. Exhale, reach. Hinge at the hips. Keep those arms back there. Now engage your shoulder blades. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Work your back. From here, take a deep breath. Do not go up, you're going down. All the way down towards your feet. You can take those hands outside the legs. And you can just hold right there. You can either keep your back flat or you can let it round right now. Just take a deep breath, expand through those ribs, let those shoulder blades go out to the side. And as you exhale, gently allow your body to lower itself to your knees. Bring your hands up to mid-thigh, elbows out to the side. And as you take a deep breath, we're going to come up one vertebrae at a time, pushing your lower back towards the back of the chair, coming up almost like the cat pose, and slowly pushing towards the back of the chair without touching it, so that we get back to the top nice and tall with those shoulders back and down, and the back is still away from the chair. With a deep breath, exhale to one side. Remember, as you're rotating, you're keeping your body nice and tall. Your head should be comfortable. Neck can stay right over your spine. Deep breath, exhale to the other side. Since we only have to think of the upper body, we can really focus on lengthening that spine as we exhale. Bring it on back to the center. We're going to take your left arm up by that ear and back behind it. Reach up, we're going to tilt over. Both feet should stay on the floor. Inhale and reach that arm to the ceiling. Try to move it back so that you can feel from the shoulder all the way down where it connects into the hip. Bringing that down cactus style, giving ourselves a chance to squeeze that shoulder blade, work your back whenever we can. We take the other side up. We inhale and we can reach over. And then we think about lifting the body up as that arm stays back by the ear and get that connection all down that body. And then as we exhale, we'll come in cactus style. Good, and bring it all the way down. So we're gonna scoot forward a little bit, about halfway on the chair. And from here, we're gonna take those legs apart. Keep your body nice and tall, chest is up. We still have our perfect posture. And with that deep breath, we're gonna take those hands out. We're gonna keep that back nice and what we call straight, which is that natural curve. And we're gonna bend forward, just like we did with the arms overhead, but this time we're still bending in half, hinging at the hips, as if we're gonna stand up from the chair. Take a deep breath, we can come up. Stretch the abdominals. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Pull the belly button in and hinge at the hips. Focus right now on your heels, pressing into the floor. I want you to feel some of your butt cheeks and your hamstrings working. So press those heels into the floor and still extend your body away. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, we're going down. I know I went up a little bit, but we're going down. From here, we can relax and keep those elbows on the inside of your knees. You can place the hands on the shoes or the ankles. Now the challenging part here is you're going to push those shoulders back towards the back of the chair. You're going to lift your chest up as if you're trying to lift your body, but it's not going to move because your hands are going to stay by your ankles. You're going to feel your shoulder blades squeeze. Then we're going to take the left arm out. We're going to slowly rotate it up with that palm facing the rear. And go to what's comfortable. Your head does not have to follow the arm. It can if it's comfortable for you. If not, you can place your neck wherever you want. Stay there. Take a deep breath as you exhale. Continue to try to move just a little more. And then on your next exhale, we'll come right back down. And before we do anything, we reset that posture. We take those shoulders, pull them towards the back of the chair. We lift the chest up as if we're trying to stand up. And then we take the other arm out. With a deep breath, we exhale up. Focusing on that lower back and keeping your head and neck wherever's comfortable. That long exhale to help you turn a little more. One more breath. And as you exhale, come back to the center. We're going to roll up cat style, so push that lower back into the chair and roll up slowly, unlike the last time where you guys did not really roll up slowly. As you come up, pull those shoulders back to the chair. Here, keeping those elbows in, open up. Think about pushing the elbows into the waist, lifting your chest, bring it back in. Open up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And in, one more time. And squeeze. Bring it all the way down. We'll walk those feet in. Now, whether you want to stay right here in the chair or come a little further forward, it's up to you. We're going to bring one leg out, but we keep that nice, tall, stiff posture because we are hinging forward at the hips. So we're going to start with the hands down and take the elbows and push them back to pinch our shoulder blades. That way we'll keep our back more neutral, and we should be able to feel this a little bit higher into the hamstring. Now release those arms, take them behind you. Push that chest a little bit lower. Push those shoulders away from your ears like your hands are going to touch the chair. Take a deep breath and bring the arms forward, still hinging at the hips. And you might have to press your other leg into the floor a little bit, gently engaging the glutes to keep you in the chair. And from here, we are not reaching forward, we're just hinging at the hips with the hands forward. Take a deep breath, exhale up, relax it down. Bring that leg right on up to the opposite knee. Try to sit as tall as you can, even if that leg comes and almost hits you in the face like me. We're going to gently push that leg to the floor and just hold it gently. The key here is to make sure our shoulders are even, so it is a gentle push. So as we have our shoulders back and down, chest up, we are also hinging at the hips. So just stopping right there and hinging forward, keeping your back as straight as possible. Now you might not get very far. I know I'm very tight, so I'm not getting very far, but some of you can get further than me, so please do. The goal is lifting the chest, and then we'll bring those arms down and we'll reach them far behind you. And if you can grab the chair, go ahead. We've got to keep that back nice and long and straight. Otherwise, if we're hinging at the waist, we're not going to get the deep stretch. And this is our seated pigeon for those of you who like to know your names. As we release and come back nice and tall, we'll grab across that and push that knee to the opposite shoulder, still pulling the shoulders down, trying to get on the outer part of those glutes. And then we take a deep breath, go ahead and slide that down, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, and we'll exhale, turning. You can hold on to the back of the chair if it helps you. As you take that deep breath, you lengthen your spine. As you exhale, you rotate a little more. Returning to the center. We'll go ahead and do the other side too, just for fun. It's not as deep a stretch, but I'll let you have something easy today. Still tall through the spine. Exhaling to pull the abdominals in and rotating. Returning to the center. Undoing those legs and taking the other one forward, resetting the posture so that we have that nice tall back. Elbows can come back a little bit to help you keep that. And we're hinging at the hips. So keep those shoulders back and down. Use your breath to allow your body to slowly sink forward. Still keeping it tall. We'll take those arms back. Depending on how long your arms are or how close you are to the chair. If you can grab the chair, go for it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. We are pushing those arms away from your ears, getting nice and long in the neck. With each breath, we're relaxing a little bit downward, but also pinching the shoulder blades. Exhaling into the arms forward, gently pressing that opposite foot into the floor and trying to hinge maybe a little bit lower. You should feel that move lower towards the lower end of the hamstring and right behind the knee. And as we inhale, we can exhale up, pull that belly button in, bring it on down, and take that leg on top for our seated pigeon. Ooh. So sitting nice and tall, we'll allow that knee to try to go down a little bit. All right, first thing we're going to do is lift the body off the hips and slowly come forward. We'll pull those arms back because I know when this is tight, it's a tendency to round. So we got to keep that back tall. Think your head lifting to the ceiling. We can take those hands behind you. That's going to help you pull your shoulder blades back and keep your shoulders away from your ears. And yes, you should feel it right here in the glutes and the inner thigh if you're extra tight like me. Of course, if you're Carmelita, you feel nothing because you're perfect. And then we'll relax. Bring those arms forward and up and across. Now, as we pull this across, remember your shoulders stay down. We're not shrugging up. You want to sit like a lady. I can say that because there's no guys here today. Take that foot, cross it over. Sitting nice and tall. Inhale, and we'll exhale that way. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, rotate a little more, keeping those shoulders down. And then we'll come back to the center. Take a nice deep breath and move to the other side. So remember, you may inhale to lengthen that body, but you also want to exhale and pull the shoulders away from the ears. So your chest is always lifted, your back is nice and neutral. And then we'll exhale back to the center. Take those feet out, and we are going to scoot ourselves back and get ready for some fun. We're going to rotate to one side. So here are your options. You can keep your feet here. They can be here to the side. You can also take this leg and move it back over the chair and extend this leg over too. So realize if you're going to be straddling the chair, this front leg has to be all the way back. If at any time you're uncomfortable, change to whatever is comfortable. That's the only rule. So sitting nice and tall, we're going to take those arms straight up overhead. So we are in our warrior one position, which means our spine is long, shoulders are down, shoulder blades wrapped around your spine. You can think about that rear leg extending a little away from you. And as we take a deep breath, we're going to exhale into warrior two. That means you face me. Those arms are going to come out to the side here. We're going to pinch those shoulder blades back. We're still going to try to reach that rear leg away. So whether the ball of the foot is on the floor or the whole foot, whatever, you're moving that leg away from your hip. Deep breath, warrior one. Dropping the shoulders, lifting the chest. As we exhale, only the arm that is close to the back of your chair is going to come down. And you're going to grab the chair, the seat of the chair, right between that little gap that's between the back of the seat and the chair. That arm's going back by your ear. We're taking a deep breath, and as we exhale, we're leaning towards the back of the chair. So as we lean to the back of the chair, then we lift. So lift your body up, push that arm back. I want you to feel that all the way down to where it crosses the front of the hip. Then we come back to the top. We'll bring that arm down. This arm that was holding the bottom of the chair, we're going to bring it up and help it grab the back of the seat. So we're going to slowly turn around and take your outside arm and grab the other side of the chair. So we're turning towards the back of the room. And your focus is on dropping the shoulders, lifting the spine, rotating to what's comfortable, and checking to see your shoulders are both level. We return to the center, releasing the outer hand and then the inner hand. And then we're going to bring both arms behind you. You can either clasp your hands and push them to the floor, or you can put both hands on your back, depending on what's comfortable. And we're going to do humble warrior, which is hinging at the hips. So first we hinge at the hips. We kind of think about that chest going towards your knee. And then we can push the arms away from the ears and lift them up slowly. Keeping that deep breath. And as we exhale, we'll slowly bring that back up to the top, nice and long and tall through the spine. Release those fingertips and turn back to the front. Yes, there is more we're going to do on that side, but I didn't want to do it all at once. We're going to alternate. So come to the other side. Remember, you're not obligated to do the same position on this side as you did the other one. Not all of our sides of the body is the same. So get to where you feel best. And once you are there, we're going to sit nice and tall. And of course, that back leg, you can be either extending it away, or you can just drop that knee and leave it comfortable. It's up to you. We'll bring it into warrior one first. Taking that deep breath, wrap those shoulders around the spine. Let's remember we got the belly button to pull in to squeeze that lower back. As we inhale, we'll exhale into warrior two. So you're gonna face me, extend those arms away, maybe even extend the legs away, pinching the shoulder blades, dropping your shoulder. You got a lot to do. From here, take that breath, return to warrior. Stomach tight, remember those shoulder blades. Hold for another breath. Drop that arm that's closest to the back of the chair. Stick it through that center of the chair and grab a hold of the bottom of the seat or wherever you want. And then we're going to lift the body off the hips and tilt towards the back of the chair. Now to make this better, we push that arm back by the ear and we think about trying to touch the corner of the ceiling, lifting your body off your hips. Gently pushing those hips a little bit forward, applying maybe a little bit of pressure into that chair to get deeper stretch into that hip. And then as we straighten, we'll take that arm down and we'll go ahead and grab one on the back of the chair and the other on the opposite side, and we're going to rotate towards the back of the chair. Again, focus on your shoulders staying down and even if you can't see them, you can kind of feel it. And as we release, we bring that arm around, the other one stays close and forward, and we'll bring them back behind you, pushing those arms to the floor or leaving them on your back. Deep breath, hinge at the hips, humble warrior. We're pressing the chest to the knee, taking a deep breath and slowly lifting the arms a little bit. But ultimately, we're taking the whole spine and trying to touch our head to that wall in front of us, while at the same time trying to touch the wall behind us with our fingertips. And as we take a deep breath up, sitting nice and tall, we release and we return to the center, where we can sit back nice and far. And before we go into something like that again, we're going to keep those legs extra wide, sitting nice and tall. We're going to reach it up and just gently over. If you want to hold on to the chair, that's fine, but as we bend, then we reach. Now from here, we're going to take that arm straight up, but keep your body there. Body stays there, only the arm moves. Little trick. From here, we're going to take this arm and we're going to rotate the chest to the ceiling a little bit. That arm's a little more in line with the back of the chair. Good. Then we'll come forward, take it back where we started it, reach a little bit further towards the wall, and then straighten the whole body nice and slowly. Remember, we're trying to get the upper body off your hips. That is our goal. So arms up. First we come over gently. Unfortunately, you know what you're doing. That means you're going to be reaching that upper body. So don't think about the arms. Think about right where your upper body and hips attach, and use that to lift away. Then keeping your body right there, only straighten the arm, not the body. That's how bodies move. Then we're going to slowly turn that chest to the ceiling. And then continue to reach up. And this time, as we come down and return to that first position, we should be able to feel a little deeper right where that spot is above the hip, extending your body away. And bring it back to the center and down. From here, we're going to move the legs to the front. You're going to come about halfway forward. And we're going to take one leg out to the side. So this leg can be either a little bit bent and flat if you want. It can be with the heel. It can be with the toe, however people do that. Anyways, shoulders are back and down. first thing we're going to do is just brace on here and go right back where we were. So now with that leg extended, we can push that leg in one direction and push the upper body in the other direction. So take a deep breath, reach. Let's bring that arm down inside that leg. It's going to reach to the floor. Yeah, you're right. This arm's coming up. And remember how we rotated towards the ceiling? Yeah, there was a reason for that. So those arms are going to try to stay nice and straight as we try to reach maybe that fingertip to the floor. Good. As we inhale, we're going to slowly exhale up. Bring that back in. Pull those shoulders back, and we're going to work our way down. So this arm can kind of do whatever it wants, but in a moment, we're going to take it out and up. So almost the same thing. This time our arm is extending and working its way down towards our foot as this arm opens up to the ceiling. Chest opens to the ceiling. Now pretend like somebody just grabbed your hand and they're pulling you straight up. Good. And then bring it in. Coming in all the way and switching to the other side. Again, if something's not quite the same, don't worry about it. We are not totally symmetrical. So first thing we're going to do is start where we left off. So we're going to bend here and we're going to extend. Good. So we're lifting that body off the hips, but extending that leg away. So now we can really focus on making that distance, pushing that leg away from your hips. Well, they're just having too much fun, aren't they? Good. And then from here, we're coming up. We're bringing that arm down towards the floor and the other arm up to the ceiling. So the arms are nice and straight. Good. Opening it up a little bit. Oh, I can't even do it. But you know what to do. Open up. And then we'll slowly bring it back, bringing that down and in. I don't know, the arms are not going to really do anything. So we're going to go slide them down. You know, not all yoga flows perfectly. So as this arm reaches down, this arm's coming straight up. So still rotating that chest. You want to get that right at that lower back and hip area. So still trying to lift your chest to the ceiling and your head to the opposite wall. You should be cut in half by now. We'll slowly come up. Bring those feet in. And take the feet shoulder width. So we're going to keep those shoulders back. We have our perfect posture. We're going to take the hands and we're going to come forward, and then we're going to pretend like we're going to sit up. Push our heels into the floor and then come back straight. So stomach is tight, we're coming forward. Press those heels now as hard as you can. Right into the floor. Squeeze your butt cheeks together now. Take a deep breath, come back. Sitting nice and tall, we are going to try to sit up, lifting the butt a little bit off the chair. So a little bit off the chair. I can still feel my thighs on that chair, and then right back down. I'm not saying this was going to be easy. Take a deep breath, exhale, and if you need to start by standing up a little bit and then slowly lowering your butt, pushing your butt backwards. We've got to keep the weight on the heels. If you don't, you're going to feel it in the top of the thighs, and that's not what we want, okay? So butt, even if you don't come out of the chair, push those heels into the butt. If you do come out of the chair, try to hover, and then release all the way down. That'll make this next sequence seem so much easier. Take it all the way back. Spread those legs, baby, and take it to the side. We're going to take that leg wherever it needs to be and get nice and tall and move right into our warrior one first. So remember, shoulders away from the ears, chest is up. We're wrapping those shoulder blades around your spine. We're extending that leg behind you. Deep breath, warrior two. Push those arms back, rotate chest at that upper body, take that back legs, push it away if you can. Otherwise, you can also focus on the front heel, pressing a little bit into the floor. From here, we're going to take a deep breath into reverse warrior. That means we drop this arm, we take this arm up, we reach it past the head, lifting the body to the ceiling. Then as we inhale, we exhale, and we come down with that arm straight, bringing it all the way down here and moving to what would normally be an extended side angle, reaching that arm over. Now our body's going to want to go this way. We want it to go towards the ceiling. So even if that back leg opens up a little bit, it's all right. And then we straighten that up. Keeping that hand behind you, rotate back to the center, move to humble warrior. That's hands behind you, pushing to the floor, gently hinging at the hips as you press your chest to your knee. Push those shoulders away from the ears. Fingers are going to touch the wall behind you. As you take a deep breath, keep your body in that same position. Just release your arms and take them forward. And reach a little further. This is our warrior three. If you want to, you can lift your rear foot off the floor. Just to let you know, I'm not doing it, but that would technically be your warrior three. Inhale and return to warrior. Pushing those hips underneath you this time, getting a little bit of pressure of that back leg into the chair. Good, then drop it all the way down. All right, that wasn't so bad, right?
Oh my God. That's
So I guess that was you saying, yeah, that wasn't so bad. Okay, other side. Well, there's so many things that you can focus on, and that's why no matter what position you're in, I'm telling you the different things, because some things you'll be able to connect with sooner than others, okay? So here we're starting with the warrior one. So first thing, we drop the shoulders, pinch the shoulder blades, wrap them around the spine. So number one, we're lifting the body to the ceiling, not the arms. We can still gently press that lower leg of the rear leg into the chair. Get a little bit of that tailbone underneath you. Take a deep breath, exhale into warrior two. So here, sure, we can look pretty, but we can also pull those shoulder blades back and pinch the shoulder blades. We can also extend that leg behind you. Yeah, look at y'all move now. And lift your body towards the ceiling. See? And smile, that's right, I knew y'all could do it. And then moving to humble warrior, we just relax those arms, take them behind you. As we press them to the floor, that lifts our chest automatically. We hinge at the hips. So as we're coming downward, the chest is going towards the knee, your head is going towards the wall, your fingertips are pushing away towards the opposite wall. So again, shoulders are pushing in one direction. Legs can always have a little bit of pressure either into the floor and or into the chair. And I know I forgot something. We're going to go back and do it, I promise. Take your deep breath. As you exhale, come up, and we'll drop that back arm and come up into reverse warrior. Which again, lifting the body off the hips. You can always tilt the tailbone underneath you. You can always also focus on that back hand reaching downward. And then we can bring that arm down to the leg and come into that extended angle. I think we did. I could be wrong. I could be making you do extra, I'm not sure. But take that back leg and extend it. You like extra. And then from here, we're going to bring it up, return to warrior one. I expect it to be perfect. Then from here, we're going to hinge at the hip. So this is a different entryway to our warrior three, but we're very similar to that humble warrior. Arms are out, pressing that front heel into the floor, pretending as if you are standing on one foot. So really press that heel down. And then exhale back into that warrior, thinking about pushing the hips into the chair so that back leg can push into the chair a little bit. And then release down and back to the center. So a little different order, but about the same stuff. Oh, now you can do a split, right? All right, you have your butt all the way back in the chair, sitting nice and tall. We're going to go chest first. Then we're going to add those arms, and they're going to be by your feet, which are also next to the feet of the chair. Now we're going to take your elbows and put them on top of your knees. So as we keep this wide, you're going to pull those shoulders back towards the chair. Lift that chest a little bit as if you're looking a little bit away from your feet. Now we're going to bring the hands together, keeping those shoulders away. Take a deep breath. And as we exhale, we're going to try to rotate the opposite elbow to the opposite leg. Now you may or may not get there. It's okay if you don't. Our goal is just that rotation, keeping those elbows pointing in opposite directions. And as we take a deep breath and exhale through the center, we take it to the other side. Again, may or may not be the same. As long as you can breathe, return to the center. Relax those elbows on top of your knees. Hands are going to come back out. We're going to pull those shoulders back as if they're going to touch the chair, and then lift your chest. We're going to do the Sphinx pose. Palms, yes. I thought I was saying pause. Watching too many dog videos. Chest is up. Good, still reaching that head to the ceiling. Then as we inhale, bring it down, exhaling. Pull those hands back to your thighs. Elbows push to the ceiling. Pinch your shoulder blades. This is going to be our cobra. So what we're going to do is think about taking your chest and dragging it along the floor and coming up about halfway. So we're thinking about just dragging that chest along the floor, dropping the shoulders, and then we're slowly coming down. So you will have to activate some of your lower back when you do this. So right here we have that flat back. We take a deep breath, exhale, push the shoulders back to the chair so you squeeze your shoulder blades, and then take that chest and think about scraping it along the floor along with the abdominals until you come up just enough to squeeze through that whole upper body. And lower back down. And then we'll bring it all the way. And bring those hands back to the bottom. So pull those shoulders, get that nice flat back, and take your left arm out, rotate to the ceiling. Exhale down, then inhale to the other side, other arm up. Keeping that upper body in that same position. And exhale down. From here, we're going to come right back up, and we're going to slowly push the back into the chair and slowly roll up until our back is completely against the chair, the back of the chair, pushing the elbows into the back of the chair. Now I want you to focus on the upper shoulders getting back as if the upper shoulders were touching the back of the chair. Chair's not quite long enough or tall enough for us to feel that, but just pretend. Nice deep breath. Exhale, drop those shoulders more. As you inhale, focus on the belly button on the exhale. Press your whole spine into that chair. Tailbone comes forward a little bit. Good, arms are coming out. This time, we come in, and as we push the arms away, you are going to tilt your tailbone underneath you, so your butt should slide forward a little bit. Think of it as the angry cat on the chair. Deep breath, we get nice and tall. Now, as we want to push back with the arms and get tall, we're going to have a tendency to want to push with our feet and move the chair up. Don't do that. We can press the feet into the floor to keep some strength in the legs, but we don't want to push off the floor. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale into cat, so that's tailbone underneath you. Upper body can maybe stretch forward a little more. Feel that upper back stretch. You can even squeeze your glutes at this point. Inhale and exhale up, belly button pulling into the chair, feet firmly pressed into the floor, arms back. See, it's much easier this time now. Getting those arms back behind your ears, so you can do that. Good, down we go. As the arms come all the way down, we are slowly reaching to one side, keeping your back against that chair. Taking a deep breath, engage your abdominals. That means pull your belly button in, brace your core by pushing it into the chair and slowly come up. We want to use the abdominals there. Deep breath, exhale into your perfect posture, and then take it down on another exhale. So controlling the abdominals and just letting it stretch. Getting wherever you can that's comfortable, but as we come up, you've got to engage the abdominals. So as we inhale, exhale, pull the stomach inward, tighten through the core, push your back into the chair. Good, returning to that perfect posture. Hey, we get to bring our legs back to the front. Go ahead and bring them forward, just about halfway. So we're going to take our feet and we're going to come up on the toes and down, just up and down. Just focus on that little pump through the calves. And then we're going to do the opposite. We're going to take the toes up off the floor and put them back down. So toes up and down. Now, where's your posture? Are you still sitting nice and tall? Are your shoulders back? Is your stomach tight? Are you breathing? I know I ask a lot. Good, breathe those feet in. I'm going to straighten one, excuse my cracks, and then the other. Now, as we straighten the leg, I want you to think about this muscle from the knee all the way up. So I want you to hold it for a second. Squeeze the top of that leg. Bring it down. Squeeze the top of the leg. Because that muscle runs all the way to your hip. I want you to try to feel that. Good. One more each side, keeping your body nice and tall. Good. From here, we're going to keep those feet shoulder width apart. We're going to drag your heel behind you as far as you can get it, keeping the heel down. It's not going to be very far. Sorry, didn't warn you about stuff under the chair. And then bring it forward. So slide that heel back, take it as far as you can, but only as far as you can, keeping the heel down. Yeah, the heel's down, you're just sliding your foot back. It's not going to look like anything. Try the other side for two. So you're going to just drag your heel back like you're trying to kick the back of the chair, but keep the heel down. You are going to be engaging your hamstring and stretching the ankle. So pull it back again, even though it feels like you're doing nothing or looks like you're doing nothing. We all know you're doing something. Good, bring it back to the center. Good. We're going to scoot back. Just trying to get a little bit more hamstring work through there and try to get some of those lower leg parts that we don't always get when we're doing the chair because we're so focused on everything else. So as we take that deep breath and we pull those shoulders back to our perfect posture, we have our head centered over the spine, sitting nice and tall. And this is how we always sit, with the belly button firm. So as we take that breath and we exhale, dropping the fingertips, letting our hands move to the front for our perfect anatomical position. Then we're going to let the head drop to one side, just like we did in the beginning, reaching that opposite arm away and hopefully having a little more distance between the ear and the shoulder, or at least feeling a little more comfortable. And then coming slowly back to the top. Deep breath, exhale, push those arms to the floor, take the head the other side. Always want to be gentle with your neck. And then on your next exhale, we bring it slowly back to the top. And from here, we've got those shoulders back, chest up, arms are going to come up. So the arms come up, but the body stays down. And as we exhale and we drop those shoulders, we pull the belly button in, let those arms go behind you because you can stretch through. Deep breath. Exhale down, dropping the shoulders, pinching the shoulder blades as if you're going to take the arms behind the chair. Good. This time as we come up, we're bringing those hands together. Do you realize how good like when you guys started, your arms were all in front of you and now you're all way behind you? Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see yourself in the mirror sometimes. Right here, we are pressing the elbows out and pinching the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath. Good, and this time as we exhale down, dropping the shoulders, pulling your stomach in. Right there to the heart where we can say namaste. Good job, everybody.